got some Bitcoin action for you. I'll make this video short. Not a whole lot going on, but here's a nice little update. In the last video, I talked about there's a couple different places you could draw this triangle. There's the support line. And then for the top resistance, you could go something about like that. Then there's another one that you could do kind of like so. Well, let's get rid of that last one there. See how that's working? Late April, support, massive dump down, kind of support there, and then boom, 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 several times of support bouncing off of it. Then it breaks down through it and comes back, and then it's resistance. Boom, 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 several times. Boom, boom. There's the second one. You could draw in right about here, where I see it's support. Boom, 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 and then resistance here. So that's a good spot to draw it. And then look what's going on right now. Last day and two. Right now, the last 24 hours, it's clearly bumping off that triangle or off that resistance line on top there. So there's two different triangles, right? This one here, it's kind of interesting. This first smaller triangle is definitely valid. Whether it's bots or just all the traders looking at the same thing, it's clearly bouncing off of it. This is June 1st, 4:30 p.m. Central Time. This triangle is bound to break out June 2nd, June 3rd is at the latest. I'm thinking Wednesday night. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe Wednesday night, June 2nd. It's going to break up or it's going to break down. No one knows for sure. Anyone that knows for sure is either basically committing a crime or it's just lucky. Oh, I'm so sick of that not stopping drawing. I push the button and it doesn't stop drawing. Break out like that. There we go. Or it's going to come down and break out to the bottom. One of those two things is bound to happen. So if it breaks out to the bottom, that's basically both triangles being broken out. If it were to break out to the top, I guess technically it's still ranging in a secondary triangle. So let's remove that. So technically it would be a breakout here, and maybe it doesn't break out of the second one. Who knows for sure? It could break down here then, or could break up here. So let's get the dates on what could happen with that second triangle. It could push to June 6th, June 7th at the very latest, probably June 6th, June 5th. One way or the other, it's going to break out. So that's just what you want to watch for. No one knows for sure if it's going up or down. Anyone that tells you it's going up or down is either like I said, committing a crime or they got supernatural powers. I'm kind of leaning towards it, kind of doing something kind of like this. If I could draw my line. Why is it not working? Come on, man. There you go. I'm kind of leaning on doing something like this. Kind of bow and then come back up and then just kind of be on its merry way. If I had to guess, I'd say down first, but that's just a guess. Who knows for sure? And I want to show you one more thing before I go here. I want to show you how similar this chart is compared to Ethereum and Chainlink. If I had to invest in, or if I had to suggest something to invest in the crypto world, I would say very few things. I would say Bitcoin, I would say Ethereum, and I'd say maybe Chainlink, and maybe a couple other of the decentralized finance deals. I'm looking at 3: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and here's Chainlink. Look how similar Ethereum and Chainlink are. That's Chainlink. It's really not obeying that triangle. I mean, it is. It's kind of right on that top resistance line. But it's basically following Bitcoin. Same situation with Ethereum. I can't really find a good place to draw the top resistance line, so I just have these two horizontal lines drawn in here. There's really not a good spot to draw a triangle here. I could put one here, I suppose. It's really not a good spot. It's broken out supposedly, but that's not really right. So kind of like here or so, but that's really not all that great. So I'm not doing that there. The support line's probably not too bad to keep there, but look how similar these are. If I put them roughly, let's see, let's get dates lined up right about in that ballpark. So Ethereum and Chainlink are basically almost mirroring Bitcoin. I mean, they're just moving right together. I want to show you these three charts. This is Chainlink. See, last few days, last week or so. Now here's Ethereum. I don't have the triangle drawn on there, but see that, I mean, it's almost the exact same thing. And there's Link again. Look at that. They're so similar. And then here's Bitcoin right there. So that's real similar. Look at that. Let's look at that again. I suppose, let's see. That's about right, I guess. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Pretty close, pretty close. So should be some action coming up here. Next 24 hours, 48 hours. I wouldn't be surprised if it did break up first. I wouldn't be surprised if it kind of came down here, and then maybe it does break up out of this first triangle, and then watch out for the fake out, right? It could get rejected here, and then do something like this, and then do something like that. You know, who knows for sure? But I just have a hunch that it's gonna pop down just for a few hours. It might. There's a bad habit with leverage junkies on Bitcoin, putting in huge long positions, over leveraged long positions. It's just over and over and over and over and over. It's the same story playing out over and over and over. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens again before Bitcoin finally just returns on its merry way into the third quarter of July, August, September. There should be some kind of massive push to the upside. It's just the same story over and over and over, right? I mean, huge leverage wipeouts, huge leverage wipeouts, huge leverage wipeouts, just over and over and over and over. I don't know why that would stop. It's just, I think there's YouTubers creating leverage junkies and just irresponsible. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another huge one here. Catches everyone off guard, right? So might be looking at this first triangle and thinking, oh, it's a huge breakout. Oh, put in my huge leverage order. It's just going way up here. No, it's not. Boom. You're not looking at that second triangle. Rejection, bust down, right? That's kind of what I think is going to happen, but I don't know for sure. I'm just kind of watching. Wyckoff redistribution pattern is what it's following, and that would call for another dumpage before it goes pumpage. Bitcoin shouldn't really be following that kind of traditional patterns as far as I'm concerned, because it's simply on a fixed supply, but it does appear that way. I think over leveraged junkies to the long side are playing into the whales manipulation, and they can make it look like that. Eventually we should run into a Bitcoin supply crunch. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Maybe in a few months, next year, next halving cycle. I hope you enjoyed this information, and as always, thanks for watching.